Hi guys, welcome to my channel Vinyl Beauty, or welcome back. I'm Debbie if you don't know me. So I'm really excited for today's video. We're going to be kicking off Christmas on the channel. We're doing it in style with the Melt Christmas Town collection. I'm really excited for this because I've recently played with the Halloween Town collection. It was my last video prior to this one. I will link that if you didn't catch it, but I had such a good time with those products. So yeah, super excited to play with this one, and I just love the look of the eyeshadow palette in particular. And I'm going to show you all of the products up close, and then we're going to create pretty much of a full look because we've got a blush and highlight duo in there, we've got lipsticks and the palette. So without further ado, I'm going to bring you in closer and let's get started. Guys, so kicking off with the bag, this is the beautiful bag. It's the same shape and size and design as the Halloween Town bag. We've got 0 on the front here, and then on the back there's the sleigh, which I don't know whether you can see because it's embossed in like the vegan leather of the bag, but I think you can see it on camera. But really nice. And you've got again the little melt zip pull there, and you've got a Jack and Zero zip pull on the other side. Inside the bag, it's exactly the same design, as I say, as the Halloween Town one. So you've got a zip out section here, and then you've got a mesh section. So the palette will fit in here and everything else fits in the mesh section. And that's how I'm going to keep mine. I wanted the whole collection, so that I've got this as a display piece and a collector's item, and that's what I'm going to use it for. But it's really nicely made, really gorgeous bag. Next up, we've got the Deadly Nightshade Blush and Highlight Duo. Love the packaging again. They've really gone all out on the packaging for these. I think Sally, like, you know, adorning the tree on the front. It's just so lovely. And like all of the image on the side as well. It's just, yeah, they've done a really good job of the packaging on this. Everything in this collection is like the transparent plastic but purple instead of the orange that was in the Halloween Town. And as I say, we've got a cream blush light and highlight in this one. So that's the shade. So I think these are going to be super flattering on me actually. And I've never used, I don't think I've ever had a cream highlight. I've used the blush lights before, but only once. I'm not really a cream girl when it comes to these products, but we're definitely going to give this a go because I think the shade looks beautiful. And then there are 2 glitter eye gels in the collection. They're meant to be eye safe. I'm always worried about glitter around my eyes. I'm not sure if I'm going to use these or not. Might just use them at the edges of my eyes, but not on my lids. I'm always wary. But this one's the shade 0. They come in a really nice glass pot there, very similar to the gel liners if you're familiar with those. And this is the shade 0, so it's a white base with gold sparkles. I have swatched it a little bit just to see how gritty it is, and it is quite abrasive if you rub it. So yeah, I'm not keen to put that one on my eyes, but it is so beautiful even so. I think I might be able to use it sort of an accent on my wing liner maybe. So try and get creative and use that one today. And the other glitter gel is called Making Christmas. That's the box for that one. And that one is stunning with like a powder blue to lilac shift in it. And doesn't feel as abrasive at all. It's just really shiny and shifty. So I might use that one, but not today because I don't want to do a purple look today. But yeah, super pretty. I am interested to try that one on the lids. And there's 2 bullet lipsticks in the set. I love Melt's bullet lipsticks, one of my favourite products from them, so I was really excited to see 2 more in the Christmas Town collection. The ones in the Halloween Town are beautiful. These are no exception. This time they're in a purple transparent case. And this is the shade Shot Down, which if you know anything about me and my channel, you know how much I love these deep dark vampy shades. But I don't think we're wearing that one today actually, because the other one's super unique. And the other one in the set is called How Jolly. This is the outer packaging on the unit carton for that one, in the same case as before. And this one is green and it's a frost formula, which I don't know whether I've ever tried a bullet lipstick from Melt that's a frost formula, so I'm definitely going to use that one today. Looks absolutely gorgeous. And then we have the Christmas Town eyeshadow palette. So this is the outer packaging with Jack dressed as Santa on the front. And then that's the Christmas Town eyeshadow palette itself with the lenticular Jack on the front. And that's the gorgeous shades in the palette. So we're going to do a red and green and white look today. Not going to be touching the purples. I just really wanted to go completely Christmas and festive today. So yeah, really excited to dive into the palette. I think this is such a a cool colour story for Christmas and will go great with the other palette as well. Okay, so we're going to start with cheeks. We're going to go in with this duo here. And I'm going to just apply it a little bit with my fingers and then buff it in, I think. I haven't put any contour or anything on today because I can't do that because I can't put powder on until I've put this on. So this could be interesting. On a little bit on my nose as well. I love that whole out in the cold kind of look at Christmas time. Oh, that's super, super pretty. That blends out really easily as well. It's not that dark on me, even though I am quite a pale girl, so I'm going to put a little bit more on. I like my blush to be seen, so yeah, I think now we've built it up, I like that a bit better. Really pretty, like pinky corally colour though, really, really nice. For the highlight, I think I might just go straight into the compact with a brush. Yeah, that reminds me of like that sort of cream to powder feeling that you get with a Super Shock cheek. And I really do like this. I think this might go okay over powder actually. I love the shade Flexitarian from Colourpop, but it's very icy. This is a bit more golden in tone. Really, really shiny and pretty. Yeah, that's really cute, I think. Okay, so for the eye look then, I decided to use a white eyeshadow primer today. I've got a new one to try, which is by Suva Beauty. It's their Prime and Paint in the shade White. I wanted to use a white primer to really make these shades pop to their full potential. Just not quite sure how much we need to put on of this. That might be too much, I'm not entirely sure. I think that's going to be fine. That's the right amount, I think. And I like the feel of it, like it doesn't feel too sticky or tacky. It's quite dry, but I think it will still have some grip as well. Picked this up in the Black Friday sale for Suva. They had an amazing deal where they bundled over £100 worth of products together for £30. So I've been meaning to try this primer for a while. It's a great opportunity. Okay, so onto the palette, and I'm going to do a two-tone crease today, red and green. How original for Christmas. And I'm going to start with this deeper red shade in the outer corner, which is the shade Nightmare. It's almost like a burgundy in tone. I'm just going to press that on. And that is dark, isn't it? Really, really dark. This could end up being quite a deep and dark look, I think. I like how opaque it's applying though. I'm not getting any fallout because it's adhering well to that primer. I'm taking it pretty much all over my lid as well. That's like a deep dark red wine kind of shade. Just going to blend that just slightly on the edges to prepare it for the red shade. Now I've seen the tones of this, I might take the purple on the lower lash line, I'm not sure yet. I'm going to take that Nightmare shade onto the lower lash line as well, so we're connecting up just in this outer corner. I only want to go about halfway because I want to make this a two-toned look, so I'm just pressing that on at the moment, just making sure we're connected here in this outer corner. Now I'm going to go in with the shade Sandy Claws. I'm going to take that all the way around the edges here and bring it quite high so that we can really see this red in the look. It's quite a pinky, muted kind of red, but it's an interesting red, I think. I'm really loving how these shades are performing over this primer. It's got the kind of tacky feel that NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk has got. Like not too sticky, but still grabs the shadow a little bit. Which is my preference because then you don't get too much fallout and you really get the opacity. Then I'm going to take Smithereens on my lid and blend it out with Eureka. It looks like it's going to be really dark, but once we've blended out with Eureka and packed some shimmer over the top, then it won't be nearly as dark as it is now. But I love this foresty green. At the moment I'm just packing that down. being careful when it gets to where that red is not to try to blend that. It doesn't matter what it looks like on the lid because we're going to put some shimmer there anyway. And just blend on the edges of that just to prepare it for the lighter green that's going to go there. I'm not blending the red and the green together though, just leaving those kind of sitting next to each other. So now we're going in with Eureka and blending around the edges to really bring a bit more lightness into the look. As I say, just letting those two colours touch there, but we're not going to try and blend them too much. It's kind of a grungy Christmas look already. For the lower lash line, just taking that deep green close to my lashes. So we're just echoing what we did on the upper lids on the lower lash line here. And then just blending that out with the lighter green. This is a pretty dark and swampy looking look, isn't it? Okay, next we're going to go in with the Pat McGrath IntesifEYES wand and carve out a bit of a shape on the lid with that. I'm taking that to about 2/3 of the way. And I'm going to take the shade Mistletoe in the centre of my lid and then experiment some more towards the inner part of my lid. I love that that's giving us like just a glossy kind of green hue in the centre there. Really pretty. Just taking experiments just on the very inner part here of the lid. I've gone slightly on an angle there as well. Just to give that little bit of gold twinkle just in the corners here. For an inner corner highlight, I'm going to use this matte kind of greyish white called No One's Dead. Just going to pack that in the inner corner. That's just the right amount of like intensity for me as a inner corner highlight. I'm not a big inner corner highlight girl, as you might have noticed. That's just brightening things up nicely. Packed over this, it's taking on a bit of a green hue, which I'm not mad at. Okay, so that's the look to this point. Just going to hop off camera for something in my waterline, mascara, and I might just add a little bit of glitter just on this outer part here, and I'll be back to show you the finished look. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. To finish it off, I've gone in with White Core by LH Cosmetics in my waterline. It's my preferred white pencil of choice, and I think always with these kind of shades like greens and reds, a white waterline always makes everything stand out. And these shadows are pretty deep and dark and intense, so I think it definitely helped bring a bit of lightness to the look. Didn't go with the wing liner in the end, I just thought it looked nice as it was, but I have added a bit of that zero glitter just on the edges there, and as it catches the light it does look really pretty. I don't know whether you're catching it on camera though, but in person it really is like twinkly and really pretty. And then for lips, of course, I've gone in with How Jolly. And I love how this lipstick looks, and it applies really smooth. It's not as draggy as the ones from Melt normally are, but it seems like it's going to stay put, like it's not coming off all over my teeth, which can be a problem for me. So, and I just really love the shade of it. It is that deep dark forest green. I love that it's frosted as well. Yeah, really, really impressed with that. Love it. So yeah, I had a great time with the palette as well. As I say, it's gorgeously packaged. It's got some really interesting shades, I think. The purples are super stunning. I think I will need to do a purple look at some point with this. Just really wanted to do my first Christmas look to be the traditional reds and greens. I've used a fair few shades. I've used everything but the 3 purple shades in the centre, so got a fair impression of what I think. I think the mattes, as I say, are just so deep and pigmented, but not very much fallout at all, particularly over that grippy primer. So, and they blended really nice. And I've heard people say that they didn't think the Sandy Claus shade was all that pigmented, but over that white base, it's come out beautiful. And it is kind of muted and grungy. It's not like your pillar box red, but there's room for all sorts of reds in my collection. I love red eyeshadow. So yeah, really had a good time playing with this. Can't wait to combine it with the Halloween Town palette as well, because the two of them together are going to be absolute fire, I think. So yeah, that's all I've got for you in this one, but going to be doing lots of festive content. I've got a couple of new eyeshadow palettes that are festive themed, and the next video I film is going to be an eyeshadow palettes for sort of winter and Christmas and festive sort of party looks, all of those sort of palettes that I would recommend from my collection. But yeah, that's all I've got for you in this one though. So if you're not subscribed already, I hope you might consider to do so. But other than that, I hope you're having a lovely day or night wherever you are, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye guys.